Okay, so moving on to question number 3, we're going to estimate the probability that people tip 17% or more, that women tip 17% or more, and that a man tips 17% or more. We're going to do this using an empirical probability. Okay, so here I've written out what this means. So if we were to define X to be the tip percentage, then part A is saying find the probability that X is greater than or equal to 17. Okay, part B is saying find the probability that X is greater than or equal to 17 given that the person is a woman. And then part C is saying find the probability that X is greater than or equal to 17 given the person is a man. Okay, so going here to my Excel file, I'm going to label this as problem 3. So the first one, I'm going to say the probability X is greater than or equal to 17. And to do this, I'm going to use that function called COUNTIF. Alright. So first thing I need in COUNTIF is the range. So it's all the data I want here. And then the criteria is greater than or equal to 17. So that's the number of people that are tipping more than 17, right? So what I want is the number of people that are tipping more than 17 divided by the total number of people here. So can use this function just count. This function counts will find, just the total sample size here. Okay? Or I could have just divided it by 19 because sample size is 19. So there we go. Probability that someone tips more than 17 is 0.526. Okay? And then the probability that X is greater than or equal to 17, given that you are a woman, basically we're going to do the exact same thing, COUNTIF, and then we're going to go over here to our data where it's just the females. And my criteria is going to be greater than or equal to 17. And then I'm going to use just the count function to count how many females there are. Right? So what is this? This is the number of people that are tipping more than 17% divided by the number of females. Alright, and then lastly, the probability X is greater or equal to 17, given that you are a male. Okay, so I say COUNTIF, and I go over to my males data, highlight all the male data. My criteria is greater than or equal to 17, and I divide that by the number of males that I have. So I just use the count function to count those up. Alright. So, what do we find here? Similar to question number 2, where we saw, males tipped more on average. Well, we also see similarly that males are more likely to tip more than 17% than women. Again, as I said after talking about this in question 2, pay attention to the standard deviation when you're thinking about answering the extra credit problem. But this is how you're going to do problem number 3.